Willie D Live.
What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to get some shots out to the early birds, starting with Mrs. Sugar. Good morning. Justin Pitcock, what it do? What's up, John Lee? Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Pud, what up? Joe Mama, what it look like? Rena, Chi-Town, Joe Mama from St. Louis. St. Boogie, Chi-Town checking in back to back. That deal, Durham, North Carolina. John Holloway, what's up, LA? John Holloway from LA. Tracy Lewis, Indiana. Antonio Woodson, KC. PMO, St. Louis, what's up? What's up, Cleveland? I see some of these cities like St. Louis and Cleveland. I'm gonna have to try to get that on the tour. I'm gonna have to go out there, man. Y'all represent, man. Y'all be on here representing. Louisville, Kentucky. What's up, Chris Smith? Speaking of Louisville, if anybody in Louisville knows Micah Williams, Micah is about 57 years old, and he used to play ball for Louisville. He played basketball overseas. I'm trying to get in touch with him. If you know him, send me a message. DM me on Instagram, Willie D Live. DM me and give me Mike contact. I need to get in touch with Mike. Old friend, man, I'm trying to catch up with. Family, you know how it be sometime, man. You have an old friend and you ain't spoke to him in a long, long time. And, you know, they just be on your mind. The homie on my mind. So I need to holler at him, you know. Make sure you're all right. What's up, Ken Williams? What it do? Birmingham, Alabama, checking in with Michael Lige. What's up, Buckhorst, DC? DC in the building. Tony Smith. I'm going in, fam. I'll come back to the comments, but I'm going in for right now. Let me put up a pic of my subject here. Sexyy Red. She is one of the most sexy, well put together women in Hollywood. Yeah, so Sexyy Red, man, you know, one of the most classy women in Hollywood. Talking about exudes of class, you know, exudes. This is Sexyy Red, y'all. Sexyy Red was involved in a brawl, an all-out brawl at the airport in New Jersey, of all places, squabbling in the airport, fam, at Newark Liberty International Airport. Got herself arrested over the weekend for a minor offense, but she was trying to do some damage. I give it to her. She was trying to get in there and get in the mix. You know, she wasn't just sitting back letting the entourage handle it. She was in there trying to get in the mix. But she got thrown in the cuffs and hauled off to jail early Saturday morning at Newark Liberty International Airport, where cops say she and some people she was with got into a fight with another group. Now, it is unknown who that group is at the time. Now, TMZ, of course, broke the story. You may as well put TMZ on the law enforcement payroll, because they just they have all the information, man. So TMZ was how do TMZ get the surveillance footage before the police? Well, the police don't pay. That's why, right? TMZ pay that money. TMZ got plants everywhere. I bet TMZ got longer files on people than the FBI do. In any event, fam, there is a video out there of the brawl. If you watch the brawl, it ain't too much happening. There ain't no real knockout, bang, or whatever. It's just people falling over each other, it look kind of goofy on the cool. But Sexyy Red picked up a stand like off the ground, those like one of those stanchions, and she was trying to clobber somebody with it, but somebody that was in her entourage looked like they was holding her back. Somebody in her entourage was smartly holding her back. Now, Sexyy Red eventually went on social media to address it. Said something about she was out. She's out of jail. She's going to try to replace the phone from one of the people that she had an altercation with. Yeah, replace that phone, because you can be charged. I think that's a second-degree felony or something like that when you take somebody's phone or you destroy somebody's phone. But if you look at the picture that I put up, Sexyy Red is the one wearing the bonnet. That was on the, let me see if I can pull that pic up again here. Yeah, she is the one. Here we go. I think that's it. She got the bonnet on in the airport, y'all. Where is Monique when you need her? Sexyy Red didn't get the memo. She got a bonnet on in the airport, squabbling. Didn't appear that Sexyy Red made any contact with anybody, but she was trying to get out. Luckily, someone else jumped in and pulled her away from all the madness. But she was right there in the mix. Now, some people might say, but that's what I'm talking about, man. You got to be ready to throw down and blah, 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 right? Why y'all fighting in the airport, man? Why y'all fighting? Why y'all squabbling? The person who pulled Sexyy Red away was smart to do so, because had she made contact with that stand and cracked somebody's skull, possibly put somebody in a coma or killed them, the gravy train over. She is the cash cow. She's the golden goose. So as she goes, your paycheck goes. So the guy who stopped her from hitting the person with the stand was really making sure that he was protecting his job. That was a job security move for him. She hit that person with that stand, and now you're talking about something that could be upgraded to an attempted murder. Yeah, or even murder. And I think that's something that a lot of us, we don't think about these days. And we're seeing so many cases of people getting into fights and somebody bumping their head and dying, somebody getting stomped out or something and dying. So when you go there, you got to be ready for the consequences. But again, why are they squabbling at the airport? And Sexyy Red had no business. I understand, fam, that things happen. Now she's also young. She's kind of young. So I get it. Young people, yeah, we really don't. I ain't gonna lie, fam. If this would have been back in the Gap, and this is Ghetto Boys Entourage, and somebody get out of line at the airport and it escalate into a squabble, I'm not falling back. I'm not going to just sit back and let the security handle it. My instincts are not designed to do that. My instincts say get with them fools. So I'm not going to front. When I was younger, I absolutely would have engaged. I wouldn't even thought about it. Because I never had the mentality of letting other people, relying on other people to guard me. It's my body, so can't nobody guard it better than I can. You can have security and you can have 100 dudes riding with you and still get smoked like Biggie and Pop. So having all that security don't necessarily mean that you're going to be safe. Prevention is the way to go. Having good, solid people around you who ain't caught up in a bunch of drama. You yourself not getting caught up in a lot of drama, making enemies everywhere you go. Looking for trouble, just can't avoid trouble. Some people are just magnets for trouble. And it's the energy that they project. So if you're not projecting that energy, you can damn near go through a whole entire lifetime and not get caught up in something like that. But back in the Gap, people also had a whole lot of, a lot better airport decorum. People had some damn sense. I never saw a fight at the airport in the 90s. Not one time. With anybody. I never even saw a heated argument at the airport. And I'm talking about, this is a guy who's traveling 300 days out of the year. I'm on plane, I'm flying hundreds of flights. Never saw a fight on the plane, even an argument. Never saw an argument on the plane. Never saw a passenger even arguing with the stewardess. Never saw that. Now it's like, man, people in the United States of America is cuckoo. We need like one big old therapist guy to just wave a wand and do something, because there's something in the water or the food. We know it's in the food. We know it's in the water, chemicals and stuff. That stuff is altering people's brains. And even when their children come out, because, you are what you eat. Your children, when the food that you nurture your body with when you're pregnant, the food that you eat and drink before, when that is still in your sack, before you give it to the woman, you know what I'm saying? All that, man, that means something. That means something. It's something going on, man. Like, America is a cesspool, man. I mean, people ain't got no class. All over the United States, no class. At any given moment, whatever city in America, it can go down. At any airport, it can go down. Any city, it can go down. It ain't just people from the hood. It's people from the neighborhood. It's the suburbs, it's the ghetto, it's the trailer parks, it's everything. People are cuckoo in this country. This country is sick. We need to invest in mental health. There needs to be more effort invested in mental health. There needs to be more effort, more money invested in social services. Covered a story yesterday with a 15-year-old boy whose grandmother reported him missing. The grandma reported him missing, family. So he got mad and wrote a diss record about his grandmama, called her a hoe and talked about shooting her in her chest and riding on her, say she the op. And I got some new details on that story too. I'll probably bring it to you in a few hours or something. But yeah, people that lost their minds in this country, man. Even the politicians. The politicians are ignorant, just as ignorant as the people. And you can tell it makes sense because it's the people, the ignorant people, who voted for these ignorant politicians, who say the ignorant, stupid, and most vile things that they can think of. Did you see the other day the Margaret Green chick, whatever her name is, the big busted blonde, whatever that woman called her, bad built blonde, whatever? She compared Donald Trump to Jesus Christ, talking about the God I saved. And what she said, that the person I worship is also a felon, is also a convicted felon, Jesus Christ. People are cuckoo, man. This country is going to hell in a handbasket. You got cuckoo people voting cuckoo people in the office. What do you think gonna happen? They're fighting in the airport, and I'm looking at it like, okay, the only difference is she a celebrity, because I hadn't seen a whole bunch of people fighting in the airport. I've seen a number of brawls in the airport. It ain't even, it's like I'm desensitized to it. It's not even a big deal anymore. The reason why this is news is because it's Sexyy Red. She's a celebrity. One of the most beautiful women in the world. That's the only reason why this is news. Sexyy Red, you know, she did wear a bonnet in the airport. Can't wait to see what Monique has to say about that. I mean, look at her. One of the sexiest women in the United States. And the bonnet just enhanced the hair, you know, the hair stuff, the baby hair. You know, red bonnet, red hair, you know. Yeah, Sexyy Red, you know, she let you know, look, Sexyy Red was letting y'all know, look, man, I ain't too cute to get my hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? She's saying, like, look, I know I'm one of the best looking women out there, but I ain't too cute to get my hands dirty to break fingernails. See, she ain't scared, Sexyy Red. See, some of y'all out there listening to what I'm saying right now, And y'all hating on Sexy Red because she's sexy. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all hating because her nails be popping, you know? Her lipstick be popping, you know? Her stomach be popping. Wait a minute, does that make sense? Stomach popping? Well, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, she got the tat in the face. Y'all hating on the tattoo on the face. I'm going to go into the comments so y'all can explain yourselves. Andrea, what's up? Wait a minute. Chris Smith, did you really have to tell somebody I'm being sarcastic? What did I tell y'all? People are slow in this country. Cuckoo. It's bad, fam. It's bad. And guess what? Slow, cuckoo people like to have sex too. And they have babies. And guess what's going to happen? Those babies are going to be worse than them. Yeah. Oh, man. We are in for something. If you think it's bad, I want you to do this for a minute, fam. I'm sorry I got to do this to y'all so early in the morning, depending on where you are in the world. But if you think about how bad it is right now, how bad some of these youngsters are, how disrespectful they are, if you think about that, then think about them having sex and reproducing. What do you think they're going to teach their children? If you got youngsters right now who already are 5 years old, 7 years old, cussing grown folks out. Saw a video the other day, little youngster, paint-sized youngster, cussing a grown man out. I guess it was the dude was in a relationship with his mama, but he cussing the man out like, you are, bucking up to him and all this. What do you think that little dude, he couldn't have been no more than 10 years old? What do you think when he reproduced, what he's going to reproduce? What do you think that's going to look like? Oh, man, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing. Whatever you thinking right now, however bad it is, you ain't seen nothing yet. You wait till we get to the year 2044. 2034 gonna be bad. 2044. Whoo, man. And I ain't just talking about that. And it ain't just the kids. Let's get this straight. It ain't just the kids, because them kids didn't just pop up one day and just bad. No, it's the dope fiend mamas and daddies and the absent mamas and daddies who failed to raise them correctly. It's them. It's the incarcerated mothers and fathers who abandoned them and left them to their elderly parents who could not control them. So let's make sure, as we talk about the youngsters, let's make sure we place the blame in the correct place. What do you think going to happen if you don't give kids direction? If you're not there to raise your babies, what do you think is going to happen? You leave them to their own. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen if you leave those kids to their own devices? You got kids asking kids for information. You got kids trying to impress kids, and nobody trying to correct them. Nobody there to provide proper guidance. Nobody with the authority who they will listen to give them the proper guidance. It's natural for a kid to rebel against a grown person. So if that kid can rebel against a grown person and get away with it, you think he ain't gonna try it? When I was a youngster, if I could rebel against a grown person, I would have tried it. If I could have rebelled against my grandmama and my uncles and got away with it, hell, I would have tried it. I would have tried it because I was bad. I wasn't bad, but I was bad. I was bad enough. I would have tried it. So these youngsters, they trying it and getting away with it from day one. This is also the result of parents feeding their children drugs, alcohol from day one, letting their kids swing on people and not checking them, laughing about it. I had a buddy that was like that, laughing about it. His kids cuss, he think that's real. He think you real if you cussing. Yeah, he real. He had a real problem when they went to school, tried to get him, put him in school, couldn't stay in school. Too ornery, too uncivilized. Couldn't play well with others because he didn't have any home training. You bring your non-home trained child into a organized school environment and expect them to go in there and learn and behave and be disciplined. They go in and they cause nothing but disruption. Next thing you know, you at the school, well, they keep picking on him. They picking on him. No, he picking on them. So it's going to get worse, family. It's going to get way worse before it gets better. Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Voodoo Glitch. Ruby Red. What's up? Merlin Gordon. Randy Auguste. Drake's dad's mustache. Drake's dad's mustache. What's up? Sick Puppy. Twan Taylor, what it do? Topics and Tequila Podcast. What's up, Detroit? Got to put on my Detroit shirt soon. Might wear it tomorrow. Like that Detroit shirt. Marzette, Atlantic City, what up? Joe Delaney. So people say, well, the kids are out of control and, can't tell them nothing yet. Yeah, you can tell them something. See, it takes patience, commitment, investment, love, understanding to raise a child. You're developing a whole human being. It's going to take some investment on your behalf. You can't just pop them out. Can't just run up in a woman and then go on about your business, or pop them out and then go on about your business and think and leave them to their own devices, think the world gonna take care of it from there. No, that ain't how it go. So tell me this: if the entire youth are doomed, then I think we got to be careful about saying that, like saying the young people are doomed, because that's saying, oh, we got to be more clear about that, because there's a lot of youngsters out there that are hearing y'all when y'all say the youngsters are doomed, and I'm sure that doesn't make them, it doesn't give them any kind of encouragement about their own life. And I'm talking about, so what if the youngsters they got it together and they are respectful? You're gonna put them in the same batch? And what about the youngster who may not have high self-esteem, but they're trying? You tell them they're doomed, they might give up. They might say to themselves, well, what's the use? All of my elders say I'm doomed. So what's the use? Now, a couple of these fools out here are doomed. They ain't got no understanding. They don't want no understanding. So they just got to die. That's as simple as that. But it's a lot more out there who are trying, and they might be in the mix a little bit, but they ain't all the way in. But you tell them they're doomed, they might say, well, what's the use? And the youngsters, everybody going for self, and they doing what they want to do, and then the older people don't spend no time. They don't care. Every time they say something, it's negative. So what's the use? So you got to be careful about that. Got to be careful with those words. Those words mean something. Yeah, those words mean something. Trina B said we got problems and it didn't start with the youngster. You got that right. You got that right. And here's another thing, fam. Like we're actually doing to youngsters what a lot of people do to us. When we put everybody in the same batch and we just say, oh, look at them. Look at them. Just call everybody out. Now we got to be specific. We got to be specific like we are in other cases. Because y'all see some of these stories of youngsters going to college at 11 years old and finishing high school at 13, or inventing something. They started their own company. It's a multi-million-dollar company. The kid ain't nothing but 17 years old. Y'all see stories of 21-year-olds doing well, doing great. Y'all see scholar students. Y'all see the stories every day on social media. But a lot of us we just continue to just group everybody and just say the youngsters, the youth are doomed. Like you ain't see all of this other stuff? What about all the good stuff that the youngsters are doing? I do believe that even though it's a high number, it's a small percentage of youngsters who are just totally out of control, disrespectful. I think that number is not as bad as we think it is. It's just that when we constantly are hearing negativity, when we're constantly hearing the bad things that the youngsters are doing, it makes it seem that that's all they're doing. And it makes it seem that all of them are the same. Sounds familiar? When you're constantly hearing about rappers getting killed or killing somebody or going to jail or doing something stupid, it makes you think that everybody rapping is doing the same thing, and that's not the case. The vast majority of rappers are law-abiding, decent human beings. It's that small percentage. And if you notice, a lot of them who get in trouble are often in the news cycle for getting in trouble multiple times. Again, it's a small percentage, but that small percentage gets blown up and blown out of proportion. So we think, well, that's all they do. That's all rappers do is go to jail and shoot and get killed and flash guns and, you know, but it's the ones that's flashing the guns and saying stupid things, talking about killing their grandmama. They're the ones who get the most press. And the reason why they get the press is because of the absurdity of what they do. You know, the unbelievability of what they do. So those type of stuff is encouraged. It's that because it's that wow factor. Those type of stories are gonna get covered. But that's why I did cover the story about the youngster who dissed his grandmama, but I didn't give him no shine. I didn't say his name. I had to show his face so y'all could see who to watch out for. I had to show his face. So you can see this uncivilized mutt. So when you see this uncivilized mutt, you go into a different direction. Sure was, man. You right. Damn. Well, I ain't say his name. At least I ain't say it. Yeah, the name was on the picture. But that ain't his rap name. That wasn't his rap name. I should have taken the time to scratch that name out. Yeah, and some kids are just bad and ain't nothing you can do. Some kids are just bad. Some are just evil. They got to go. They got to be put down. Ain't nothing you can do for them. Save that energy. Use those resources for the kids who are trying to be saved. Use that energy for the kids who will appreciate a person taking time out of their schedule and mentoring them or giving them an extra ticket to the game, giving them some information and instructions on how to better themselves. Use that energy for those type of kids. Sitting around wasting them steady, mess around and take one of these old uncivilized mutts in, and then next thing you know, you lying on the ground. You looking up at the ground instead of down at it. All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Appreciate y'all joining. Willie D Live tour coming to a city near you. First date will be announced. Well, actually, the first date is Houston, and we do have a date. First date is in Houston, and tickets go on sale Thursday night. I'll give y'all more information in the coming days. I also will be on Fox on the 26th, not Fox News. I'll be on one of their shows on local Fox 26. Yeah, Fox 26. Coming soon. I'll be on the Isaiah Carey Factor on Thursday evening. Yeah. All right, fam, that's my time. Until then, I appreciate y'all checking out the live. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.